Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Film Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Fortenberry, aka the Dr. Pepper can in your fridge. Keep in mind while listening, I'm not a professional film critic, nor do I pretend to be one. I'm just some normal guy doing reviews of movies. All right, we got a great show for you guys. Coming up, we have Movie of the Week, Top 3, and Cinema Trivia. Be warned, the podcast you're about to hear has spoilers. Joining me today is someone who's an up-and-coming film fan. He's been watching movies for about 10 years now, and recently has been enjoying them a lot more than in the past. I'm talking about the clever. I'm talking about the hilarious, the can't stop laughing, my son, Tucker Fortenberry. Buddy, how's it going? How's it feel to be on Dad's podcast?
It feels great, actually.
Yeah?
And it feels very new.
It is very new for you. Not too new. I mean, you've listened to the podcast, you know? Yeah, so it's not too bad. But you're kind of getting some insight to what Dad does in his free time. Is what we get to do. We get to have a little bit of fun doing this kind of stuff. So let's get this party started with the
Movie of the Week.
Movie of the Week is a segment where my guest and I watch a movie during the week, try to keep an open mind about it, and just talk about it. And the movie of the week is the Minecraft movie. So a quick summary. 4 individuals encounter ordinary issues when they are unexpectedly transported through a portal into the overworld, an unusual cubic environment driven by imagination. In order to return home, they must navigate this world and undertake a quest with their experienced crafter. Their journey requires them to use unique creative skills to manage their problems in the overworld and in the real world. It was released in 2025, rated PG for violence, action, language, and suggestive, rude humor, and some scary images. It was directed by Jared Hess, who's known for Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, Gentlemen Broncos, and Masterminds. It was written by Allison Schroeder, Chris Bowman, and Hubble Palmer. It stars Jack Black, Jason Momoa, Sebastian Hansen, Emma Myers, and Danielle Brooks. It got 48% on Rotten Tomatoes and 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. It has 9 award wins and 38 nominations. Okay, so this is where we kind of talk about it, man. Overall, what did you think about this movie?
It was hilarious, scary, and it was really...
Fun?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was, we got to go see it at the movie theater, right?
Yeah.
And we actually got to watch it again recently because they finally got it on video on demand. So we were able to actually go watch it again. Well, so from the first time to the second time, did anything change? Did you enjoy it the first time you watched it or more the second time?
The first time was the awesomest time.
Yeah, why was that?
Because I haven't seen it, and it wasn't like I expected, actually.
Right. Why is that? Because Tucker, you played Minecraft for like the last, 4 years maybe?
I'd say 5. No, yeah, 4.
Probably the last 4 years.
3 or
so
4.
You went into this movie with a different perspective than Dad, right? So I went into this movie thinking, man, this is just going to be a lame video game movie, but it looks kind of funny, so
That's exactly what I thought. I thought it was like blocky in Minecraft, except more action.
Yeah, they kind of rounded the edges on it, huh? It wasn't as blocky. Yeah, it was kind of smooth edges.
Like
Kinda
computer
weird.
animated.
Well, see, and that's the cool thing about this movie is that, yeah, a lot of it's computer animated, but a lot of it is actually built. Yeah, so the entire set, what am I saying? Set. Yeah, I was trying to say scene. The entire set is built with, like, real things. So, like, the trees are all real, the grass is real, you know, the baskets of fruit or, you know, the potatoes that they throw around, those are all, somebody built those and made them.
Those tots?
No, the tots are actually real, but, you know, yeah. So that's kind of, I thought that was unique. I went into this movie thinking that the whole thing was animated, and much to my surprise, a lot of it's not. So that was kind of cool to see, and that really made me appreciate the movie more, just knowing that it wasn't all computer animated. What was your favorite scene?
Whenever Steve turned around the zombie and spanked his butt.
Whenever he spanked his butt?
Yeah, the zombie's butt.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was probably my favorite part, too. So, it's just classic Jack Black, you know. He just turns around and smacks it on the booty. Yeah, it was funny. Me and Tucker, man, we laughed our butts off in the movie theater at that. That was so funny. It was worth... It's just, out of the whole movie, that was the best part, I thought. It cracked me up. So that was your favorite scene. The chicken jockey wasn't your favorite scene?
No.
No?
That would probably be my second favorite scene.
Yeah. What was it Jason Momoa's character said? Garrett?
Yeah.
Garrett the trash bag man?
The garbage man.
Oh, okay. Garrett the garbage man. What did he say to the little green guy? What was the line?
He said, whenever he heard him up in the air, like, his jaw broke, I think. I don't know. But it looked like it really hurt. He said, "You're not a little demon, are you? I'm just gonna pet your little head, you little booger face." And then he turned around and bit him.
Yes, then he bit him. That was funny. Yeah, Jason Momoa, you know, he's known for a little bit more serious action roles. You know, he plays Aquaman.
Yeah, do you want to know what my third favorite scene is?
Of course, yeah. What's your third favorite scene?
Whenever Garrett says, "I crave heat and pain," and then he eats that chicken.
Yeah, the lava chicken scene.
And then whenever Steve says "not bad" and walks away, he opens his mouth and then he's like,
because he's crying because it's so hot. Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, let it cool down."
Yeah.
That just got cooked out of hot lava.
Yeah. So I guess let's talk about these characters a little bit. So Steve is Jack Black's character.
Yeah.
He's obviously the main character of the video game. He's the main. Well, yeah, but I mean, some people don't know that, man. Like me, I'm not a Minecraft guy. I don't know all this stuff.
I'm pretty great at Minecraft overall.
I know you are. You're really good at it. So I know you were excited to see the movie. But I'm just telling the listeners, man. I'm telling everybody that's listening. You know. So Steve is the main character of the video game that this movie is based off of, right?
Yes.
And his character is not what you would expect. I don't think. I would have never thought Steve would be a Jack Black type character. You know. No, you neither? Mm-mm. Yeah. And then you got Jason Momoa's character, who's almost equally, if not the funniest character in the whole movie. That's just this...
Oh, yeah,
he's this character that's basically stuck in the 80s. Very similar to Pixels, you know, the...
Yes.
Fire Blaster, you know, that guy. It's very similar to that character.
Oh, my God.
Basically, you know, he's like really good at video games in the 80s, and then he was stuck on that. No, Garrett the Garbage Man wasn't a cheater.
No, I'm talking about
Fire Blaster. The Fire Blaster.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his character is, basically out of money. He's driven by wanting just to get out of debt, essentially, and save his store, which is like a, retro video game store, resale shop.
80s video game store.
Yeah, all 80s. So, Tucker, who do you think was funnier? Do you think Garrett the Garbage Man was funnier or Steve was a funnier character in this movie?
Garrett the Garbage Man.
Why?
Because Steve is more serious, and Garrett the Garbage Man, he gets hurt a lot, and he's just hilarious.
Yeah, that's kind of...
And he's stupid.
Right, that's kind of his MO. Like, that's what he does, man. He just likes, he thinks he's awesome, and he's always throwing these, like, little tiny kicks. That was the funniest part to me of his character, is that he thinks he, like, can do karate and stuff, and he can, like, barely lift his leg off the ground when he's doing, like, roundhouse kicks, It's terrible.
Whenever he was on that bridge, he was, like, spin kick.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man.
My favorite scene with him was whenever the cactus got stuck in his butt.
I don't remember a cactus getting stuck in his butt.
Because, he said, Steve said that I set some traps and I can't remember for the life where I put them.
Oh,
and
when
then
they're
he
in
got,
the diamond cave.
Yeah, and then he got shot in the butt with the cactus.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
That was like the most hilarious part.
Well, and in this movie, it was obviously just like an action sort of fantasy type movie. So there really wasn't a lot of creative shots or transitions. It was very much just like, I don't know, almost like emoji movie type setup or something,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So it was not exactly.
What we thought it was.
Well, no, I mean, it was about everything I thought it was going to be, just a lot funnier. There was a lot of humor behind it, and I think if you're a parent considering letting your kid watch this movie, I think I give it my recommendation. I think it's funny enough for the parents and the kids. If you can catch it video on demand, it's worth watching. So, what did you think about the ending as far as like how it ended, man? I don't know. I'm kind of.
The ending?
Yeah, we talked about it at the movie theater. You remember when I was like, did you get the point of this movie? What the end of it meant?
No, I didn't really get the point.
You didn't get the point?
No, not really.
Okay, well, at the end of the movie, Tucker, what happens is they're in the video game, in the overworld, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Steve is like, they're like, he needs to go be in the real world. Like, this is all fantasy, make-believe. So the idea was you don't need to be on video games all the time.
Just like me.
Right. So it's actually like geared towards kids, which I thought was kind of cool. But I don't think any kids got that out of the movie. I think at the end of it, all they cared about was going and playing more Minecraft. When you got done with the movie, did you want to play more Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah. So if that was their intention, they kind of messed up a little bit. And not just that. So what about, do you think you would have like rather it been changed or anything, like the ending? Do you think they should have stayed in the overworld? And no, you think they should have got back to the real world?
Yeah.
Why?
Like you said, and also it's not exactly what a kid would think. They should rethink what they thought.
What the writers were thinking?
No, what the kids thought.
What did the kids think?
That they should just play more Minecraft? Maybe.
No, I'm talking about the end of the movie, not the purpose of the ending. Like, they ended up getting out of the overworld and then went back into the real world, and then they did a bunch of stuff that was like, the girl went and taught karate or whatever, and then Garrett, the garbage man, ended up fixing his business, and Jack Black came back, Steve was back.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a good ending, or do you think they should have stayed in the overworld?
I think that was a good ending, because they actually learned a lot from that world, and then they could teach the real world what they all learned.
That's an interesting perspective. Me? I wish that somebody would have stayed in the overworld, because how could you say no to that? It just seems like if that was, you wouldn't have to pay rent, you can literally create anything out of nothing. It looks like you don't hardly have to work. It never rains, it looked like it was perfect weather. It just seemed like...
Well, it does rain in actual Minecraft.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it rains in that kind of Minecraft, but
well,
I didn't show it.
I stand corrected then. Okay.
But you never know.
Right. All right, we're going to rate this movie, okay, Tucker? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate this movie?
9.5.
9.5? All right, guys, so everybody out there listening, kids really love this movie. It's a 9.5 for my son. For me, I'm going to rate it a solid 6 out of 10. And a solid 6 out of 10, though. It's like getting up there. Because I thought, given the type of movie it was really good. Not my favorite type of movie. I'm sure it's something we're going to watch a lot of because y'all like it so much. Right? But not my favorite type, not my cup of tea. But still a good movie.
It's going to be a while because how much do you want to bet that they're probably going to keep it in theaters for a year because of how much money they're getting?
Yeah, maybe.
At least a year.
Yeah, could be. So far, it's grossed $418.6 million domestically and $931.4 million worldwide. So it's made a lot of money. I think they've made their money's worth, and it's still rolling in, you know. So, yeah. Another little trivia fact. Did you know that this movie was almost directed by Sean Levy, or Levy, I don't know how you say it, Levy?
I think it's Levy.
Probably. He's the guy that directed Free Guy.
Really?
Yeah. He almost directed this.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in directors because I never watched the credits.
Oh, man. Well, that's hurtful. Well, most people don't. That's okay. All right. It's time to move on. And so, it's time for...
The top 3.
This is a piece where we choose the top 3 of some category and order them accordingly, with number 1 being the best. And the category for this episode is Jack Black movies. All right, Tucker, you got your paper, you got all your stuff written down?
Yes.
All right, I'm not going to look, but what is your number 3, top 3 Jack Black movies?
You want to start off with my last?
Yeah, the last, and we'll get to the number 1.
House with the Clock in Its Walls.
House with the Clock in Its Walls. That's a good one. There's a lot of Jack Black movies that you're unaware of because you're so young. So it's kind of unfair to him on this episode. But that's a classic because it has him when he's got the baby head. And it shows his butt, and it's just funny. He does a baby face. And some reason, he's got teeth still. You ever notice that? He's a baby, but he's got teeth and a beard.
Yeah, he keeps the head. He just has a baby body.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways. Oh, because it just hits his body and not his head?
Yeah, it's like a time
okay.
spell.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
It doesn't hit his head. It just hits his body.
My number 3 is going to be King Kong. So, he's in the movie King Kong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, really.
You don't remember? You've seen King Kong.
Yeah, but I don't really... I think I was playing in my room while... Or I was doing something, but I can't remember.
He's the director of a movie that's being made when they find King Kong. That's his character.
Oh.
Yeah. He's the one that gets King Kong back to New York. So anyways, what's your number 2?
Dear Santa.
Dear Santa? Right. That's the one on Paramount that is about the
kid with dyslexia.
Dyslexia, yeah.
Yeah, his name is Liam.
Yes, and he writes Dear Satan instead of Dear Santa. And so Jack Black is playing Satan that's disguising himself as Santa, and he's trying to trick him into giving him 3 wishes so he gets his soul.
But they're actually kind wishes, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, that's a funny movie. That's a good one. My number 2 is going to be School of Rock. So Jack Black is really known in a different generation for being just this rocker. That's like what he's known for. This band called Tenacious D, right? And you've heard some of their music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the Hit Me Baby One More Time remake.
Yes, that was really good.
Yeah. So back in the day, he was just more of a rocker. So him getting picked up for that movie, that one, I was about your age when that movie came out. Pretty close to it. I might have been 11 or 12, but still, it's a pretty good one. So classic. What's your number 1?
A Minecraft movie.
A Minecraft movie, of course. Okay, that only makes sense. Okay. Well, my number 1 is Nacho Libre. That's hands down the best Jack Black movie across the board. I don't care what anybody says. That's the best Jack Black movie.
That would probably be mine. If that was on my list, that would probably, like it for 1 through 5, it would probably be my 5th.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, what is your honorable mention?
School of Rock.
Okay, yeah. It's a good one. For me, it's Saving Silverman, and that's kind of an adult comedy.
I've never heard of that one.
Well, as for good reason. It's because you're a little young for it. So that's me being a being a good dad. I haven't seen that one, and that's okay. All right, we got to get moving on. So it's time for my favorite segment. It's time to play
Cinema Trivia.
The rules are simple. Me and my guest ask each other movie trivia questions, 3 questions each, best out of 3. With the off chance that there is a tie, we will go into overtime. So I'll start this off. Don't you look at my screen. I see you looking. I got easy ones for you anyways. I'm not going to do you wrong. Question number 1. Tucker, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the name of Mickey Mouse's pet dog?
Pluto.
Oh, you got it right, of course.
I'm not stupid.
I didn't say you were stupid. I just made him kind of...
That's super easy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that, even babies.
Babies don't know that.
You're right.
Okay. All right, what's my question?
What was the name of Quinn's boat in Jaws?
Okay, so your mom helped you pick these questions, right?
Mm-hmm. In 1975.
Okay, well, is it the something Mary?
No.
Not even close?
No.
What is it?
You give up?
Yeah, I give up. I don't know.
It was the Orca.
Ah. Yeah, I guess I need to watch Jaws again because everybody asks me Jaws questions. All right, you ready for number 2?
Yes.
Okay. What is the actor who voices Donkey in Shrek? Ooh, getting a little harder there, huh? You know the answer. I
think it starts with a J.
With a J?
I don't know. I forgot.
Okay, so I do forget to do this every episode. I forget to mention. You're allowed 1 hint out of all 4 questions.
Okay, I want a hint.
Okay. He also voices the dragon off of Mulan.
Well, that doesn't help at all. I don't even know the actor for that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
What is he making in the morning?
Waffles.
Yeah, who is that guy? Charlie says it all the time. I figured you'd know.
No, I don't.
You don't know? You want to know the answer?
Yes.
It's Eddie Murphy. It's okay. All right. What's my number 2?
Number 2 is... Where were the Lord of the Rings movies filmed?
The answer is New Zealand.
Correct.
Yes! I got one! Finally. Last episode I recorded, I didn't get hardly any right, so
The next one's hard.
that felt good.
The next one's hard. I'm just kidding. It's easy. I think.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Number 3, The Emperor's New Groove. I'm sorry, excuse me. In The Emperor's New Groove, what animal does Cusco turn into?
A camel? No.
Nope.
It's not alpaca. But
Well, you already got it wrong, buddy.
what is it?
A llama.
Oh, I was close.
You're close, yeah, like a long-necked ungulate. There's a $10 word for you. Yeah. Yeah, it was llama face. You don't remember saying that?
Yeah, no, I did.
A llama. All right, what's my number 3, man?
What in the original script for Toy Story, what kind of toy was Woody?
In the original script?
Yes.
Oh. Dude,
Do you want me to repeat it?
was he a car?
No.
I don't know. How would I know that? I don't know Pixar trivia. What's the answer?
A ventriloquist dummy.
It was a ventriloquist dummy?
Have you seen Toy Story 3?
No,
I meant 2.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. Yeah.
Number 2. It shows his show, and then he's a ventriloquist doll.
Oh, so it's like a playback, kind of like a
Yeah.
callback type thing. Like,
Yes.
Hey, here's a little tidbit, little Easter egg for you. Yeah. That's interesting. Okay, I would have never guessed that. All right, we're going into overtime. We both only got one question right. So.
Oh my gosh.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's your fourth question. Who is the villain of The Great Mouse Detective?
Oh my gosh, it's been such a while. I was like 7 whenever I saw that.
Well, that was 3 years ago, man. You know what it is.
No, I don't.
They have a whole musical number about it.
No, I don't remember.
Did I already give you your hint?
No. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh.
I give up.
Well, don't give up. Start thinking about it.
Is it a rat?
It is a rat, yeah.
No, I said...
It is a rat. That's not his name. It's something to do with a rat.
Wait. Something to do with a rat.
You're killing me.
Stinky?
No. It was Raticus.
How was I supposed to know that?
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It was Ratigan. So you remember the musical number where they're like, "Oh, Ratigan, oh,
Yes,
Ratigan,"
yes.
and the guy at the end, it's like, he's drunk off of something. He's like, "The world's most famous rat," and then they feed him to the cat. You remember? Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm starting to remember.
All right. What's my number 4?
Who plays Captain Steve Hiller in the 1996 blockbuster Independence Day?
Is it Will Smith?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Tucker, but I won this round, buddy. Good job.
You've had more experience.
Yeah, I've done this a few times.
You're
but...
only 30 years old.
Oh, wow. Don't tell everybody that. They don't need to know.
I just kidding. You're 20.
21, sure. All right, this portion of Cinema Trivia is for all the listeners, viewers, spectators, film fanatics, and movie buffs. I'm going to play a short clip from a film, and you have to guess what it is. This will be part of the podcast from now until the show ends, so I'm going to play this clip, listen closely, and see if you know what movie it's from.
Broken. I was 8 days old and still living with my parents.
How sad is that? Clearly, it was time to move on.
Here is your minion. He will take care of you.
And here is your pinky. You are destined for...
I didn't quite hear that last part, but it sounded important. Destined for what?
If you think you know what it is, leave a comment stating the title. Also, if you want a shout out, take a screenshot of the cover art for the movie and post it to Instagram with the hashtag FilmFanPodcast. And in the caption, put the title of the movie and which episode of Film Fan you're listening to. If you do this, I will try my best to give you a shout out on the next episode, along with the winner of this week's trivia. All right, Tucker, it's time to close this thing out. Is there anything you want to say to everybody?
What I wanted to say is thank you for letting me be on the podcast, Dad, and everyone that's viewing, don't judge.
All right, perfect, man. All right, everybody, check us out on Film Fan Podcast on Instagram. If you like the show and you want to help us out, give us a high rating on whatever your preferred streaming platform may be. If you're listening on Spotify podcast, swipe up and shoot us some comments. Let us know what movie we should review next, and we'll see you next time on
Film Fan.